Hey everyone, it's Mr. Hollywood, and today I am gonna give my top 15 favorite movies of 2025. Now, I know I probably should have done this video probably towards the beginning of the month, but for a few reasons I won't get into. Yeah, that's really the lateness of this video. I am definitely gonna play some catch up on some other videos that should have came out well, probably weeks ago at this point. But yes, I'm here giving my top 15 movies of 2025, which I thought 2025, I just want to say up front, was a great year for films. I was really happy with a lot of the films that we got. So this was actually a really competitive list, much more competitive than 2024. I don't think I like 2025 as much as 2023 in terms of years for movies, but they're actually pretty close. Maybe that's a video I'll do, 2023 versus 2025. Anyways, let's get into it. Top 15 movies of 2025. Feel free to share your favorite movies of 2025 down below in the comments. Now, coming in at number 15 is Avatar: Fire and Ash. I know a lot of people were really let down by this film, and I don't think it's as good as like Way of Water, which I really did like Way of Water quite a bit. I actually would say I adored Way of Water. I don't think Fire and Ash quite reaches that level. I probably like it something in line though with the first Avatar. But yeah, Fire and Ash was a good movie. I did enjoy it for the most part. I thought the characters were pretty strong. If anything, like I actually think Jake Sully, he's never been an amazing character in my opinion, but like I do think he was better in this than he was in the previous one. Spider, who was like a character I was not a fan of in Way of Water, still not a big fan of him, but it's like I thought he was improved in this. The Colonel I actually thought was a great character throughout the franchise, and he was great. And of course, the visuals are just beautiful. So yeah, Fire and Ash, I was really happy with it. It's not like it ended one of my favorite trilogies of all time. It's like, Avatar is a really good trilogy. It's not one of my favorites. However, I still really liked Avatar: Fire and Ash. Now, coming in at number 14 is Song Sung Blue. This was the last movie of 2025 that I watched. I saw it on New Year's Eve, and I really liked it. I do love Hugh Jackman. He is one of my favorite actors. I thought he was great. But honestly, the real standout was Kate Hudson, who was phenomenal. And I do think she deserves a Best Actress nomination. She did get nominated at the Golden Globes for this film. I do think she could get nominated for Best Actress, which that reminds me of a video. I'm going to give my top 5 favorite performances from each acting category from last year in a few days, and then I will predict the Oscar nominations, and then I'll predict the winners eventually. But yeah, Song Sung Blue, I was definitely very pleased with the film. I really liked it, and it is my number 14th favorite film of the year. Number 13 is Marty Supreme. I know a lot of people will probably put this in the top 5, and I thought it was really good. I thought it was great. Like, I really liked Marty Supreme. I thought Timothée Chalamet was excellent. However, there are just 12 films I like more. But Marty Supreme, I will say this up front, it was my favorite film of December. And I thought it definitely was a really interesting story, seeing Marty's life. I also thought Gwyneth Paltrow did a really good job. And I do think the film could have gotten a little bit over the top. However, it was still a really good time. I thought it was definitely very entertaining. I thought it was, just a really, it was definitely a bit of a heavy film, but it was a great movie. I thought the acting and directing was just great. So yeah, overall, I did really like Marty Supreme. However, there are a few films I liked more. Now, coming in at number 12 is Caught Stealing. I thought this film was really entertaining. And I love how it's a story about someone who's obsessed with the San Francisco Giants when they had Barry Bonds. While also being on the run. And I thought the acting from Austin Butler was great. Zoe Kravitz also did a great job. And also, I just thought this was one of the most entertaining films of 2025. So, yeah, I did really enjoy Caught Stealing. and it is my 12th favorite film of the year. Now, coming in at number 11 was Mickey 17, a film that got delayed almost a year, and it was actually in my top 5 most anticipated films of last year, so I definitely had high hopes, and I was very much so pleased with the film. I thought Robert Pattinson did a great job, and I thought Mark Ruffalo did a great job. I thought the sci-fi elements were really cool, and I also just thought the movie was really entertaining. So it is my number 11, just missing out on the top 10. And now coming in at number 10 is Sinners. I know a lot of people might put this at like number 1. I really liked it. I thought it was a great movie. I thought the acting from Michael B. Jordan was, I would say, his best acting performance ever, and it was definitely one of the best acting performances of the year. I thought Haley Steinfeld did a great job, and I also thought it was definitely a really interesting vampire story. I will say this up front. It did lose me a little bit in the third act. It wasn't like a big drop-off, but it was enough to hold it back a few placements from potentially being in like the top 5. However, I still think it was a great movie. And I do think it was a very unique vampire flick. And I definitely really appreciate the style of the film. So yeah, Sinners was a great movie. I really liked it. There are a few minor things holding it back. So yes, there are a few movies I liked more than Sinners. It is still my 10th favorite film of the year. Now coming in at number 9 is The Life of Chuck. A lot of you guys probably haven't seen Life of Chuck, but I just want to say up front, I loved The Life of Chuck. Mark Hamill's performance, and we'll talk about Mark Hamill again soon. His performance in this was so good. Tom Hiddleston's performance was excellent. I thought the story was really compelling about someone who definitely is living a very complicated life, and I won't actually really go into plot details and all that because, well, I feel like you guys will probably have to watch the film to find out. Also, this film wasn't seen by a lot, so I don't really want to say much about it. But yeah, I just thought the story was really interesting. I thought the acting was great. I thought the message of the film was great. So yeah, overall, I really liked The Life of Chuck, and this will not be the last time we talk about Stephen King adaptations. But yeah, The Life of Chuck was great. I highly recommend it, and I also saw Mark Hamill do a Q&A after the film. So yeah, I saw a special screening of The Life of Chuck. I had a great experience, and yeah, I think this film was pretty great, and it is my 9th favorite film of the year. Now coming in number 8 is easily my favorite superhero film of the year, Superman. I really loved this film. Reminds me, I still have not done my Superman ranking. Maybe I'll do it soon. Yeah, there were definitely some rankings there are definitely some videos that I should have done already that I haven't. I do want to start playing a bit of catch up with that. But yeah, Superman, I thought was great. I thought it was really entertaining. I thought David Cronenworth did a really good job as Superman. I thought Nicholas Hoult did a great job as Lex Luthor. Rachel Brosworth did a great job as Lois Lane. I thought Krypto was so adorable and so much fun. And overall, I really did like Superman quite a bit. It was definitely my favorite superhero film of the year. And overall, I just found it very entertaining. I just had a blast with it, and yeah, I loved this film. I definitely enjoyed it. I loved this film. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So yeah, it is my 8th favorite film of the year. Now coming in at number 7 is Weapons. Weapons was so good. This is among my favorite horror films of all time. I'll admit, I'm only a casual horror fan. not to say that there aren't horror films I love. I mean, The Shining is one of my favorite movies of all time. That's definitely my favorite horror movie. Silence of the Lambs was great. However, yes, like overall, horror is not like my favorite genre by any means. But Weapons was so good. I mean, the acting was great. The story was so interesting. And, I mean, Amy Madigan's performance, I mean, it was pretty incredible. And, I think she should win Best Supporting Actress for this film. I mean, she was incredible. But I also thought Julia Garner did a great job. I thought Josh Brolin, Benedict Wong, they did a great job. I mean, really just the ensemble was great. The story was great. Now, it does lose me. It does get a little bit over the top, in my opinion, at the end. So, yeah, I do think it definitely peaked a bit early. However, I still think the message of this film and, like, I still think the message of this film very much so works. So, yeah. It's like, I definitely think it peaked a bit early, but that doesn't change the fact that I still think this is an incredible film. I highly recommend this film if you haven't seen it, and this film was so good, and it is my 7th favorite film of the year. Now coming in at number 6, just missing out on my top 5, F1. I mean, I thought this film was so, it was so fun. It was just so, it was so fun. It was awesome. I had an awesome experience watching F1. And I mean, I think Weapons arguably might be a better film than F1. However, I just like F1 more. I just thought F1 was so enjoyable. The race car sequences were so fun. I thought Hans Zimmer's score was great. I mean, Brad Pitt did a great job. Javier Bardem, Carrie Condon, she did a great job as well. And I mean, yeah, I just thought this film was such a blast. I just loved this film. It just missed out on being my top 5, but it is still an amazing film, and it is my 6th favorite film of the year. Now, coming in at number 5 is The Running Man, another Stephen King adaptation. And yes, I really liked the Running Man movie. Well, there's actually technically been 2. There was another one in the 80s with Arnold, which I also really liked that film, but I actually like this one more. But yeah, Running Man was great. I thought Glenn Powell did a great job. I thought Josh Brolin did a great job. And Josh Brolin did actually have a great year. And I mean, again, another Stephen King adaptation. This was a great year to be a Stephen King fan. And yeah, I mean, The Running Man, the premise was so interesting. I thought the movie was so entertaining, start to finish. And I know some people were a little bit turned off by the end. I do appreciate the ending. I do really appreciate the ending. And, yeah. I mean, yeah, like, this film, I was definitely very pleased with the film. I really liked it, and it is my 5th favorite film of the year. Now, coming in at number 4 is A Wake of Dead Man, Knives Out Mystery. This film, I mean, even though obviously I was excited for this film because I love Rian Johnson and I absolutely loved the previous 2 Knives Out movies, I will admit, this film I was not as excited for as other films. And I don't know why. I think probably because it wasn't even marketed very well. So yeah, I kind of just went into it kind of blind. However, this film was incredible. I love how they stripped away from the Knives Out formula. I mean, Rian Johnson is so good at subverting our expectations. And this film is definitely not what I expected. I just thought this would be a fun Knives Out mystery, and it was definitely a fun movie. But I also appreciate that they went a little bit more serious with this. And, I mean, I was absolutely floored with what I watched. I mean, I thought this film was great. I thought by far has the best acting in the trilogy, and I think it's also thematically the richest of the trilogy. And I mean, I never thought that we would see a bit more of a drama element to Knives Out. Like, yeah, sure, the first two are dramatic, but this one is dramatic on a level I never expected from a Knives Out movie. So yes, even though it might not be as fun as the other two, I will say up front, this was my favorite Knives Out movie. Yeah, I really loved Wake Up Dead Man. And I mean, I also just thought the acting, I mean, yeah, it was so good. Specifically, Glenn Close, she was incredible in this. And I mean, yeah, this film was so good. I highly recommend it. And I mean, it really did close out one of my favorite movie trilogies of all time. So yeah, this film was incredible, and it is my fourth favorite film of the year. And now my top three. Number 3 is One Battle After Another, the front runner to win Best Picture. And yeah, I mean, this film is so incredible. I mean, the acting from Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, which I mean, everyone did a great job in this film, but Sean Penn's performance was something else. Chase Infinity did a great job. Teyana Taylor did a great job. Benicio del Toro did a great job. I mean, yeah, the acting in this film was electric. The thrill, the action. I mean, this film was just so riveting, start to finish. And yeah, it was an adrenaline rush at its finest. Yeah, this film was just incredible. And I mean, really, what else is there to say that hasn't already been said about this film? It's incredible. It is my third favorite film of the year. Now, coming in at number 2 is Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I will say up front, I think One Battle After Another is a better movie than Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. However, just in terms of personal favorites, I liked Mission Impossible Final Reckoning slightly more than One Battle After Another. However, I mean, yeah, they're both amazing. I know a lot of people were disappointed with Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, and to be fair, I don't think it compares to Dead Reckoning, which is my favorite action movie of all time. However, I still adored this film. I mean, I still was so satisfied with what I actually got to see. This was also just one of my greatest film theater experiences of all time. Like, truly, seeing it opening night in the Regals on 40X, and I mean, a movie I was been waiting for, and just the final battle. I mean, yeah, like, this movie gave me one of the all-time great theater experiences of my life. And yeah, this film was so riveting start to finish. I loved the emotional journey we saw with Ethan Hunt and the crew. And yeah, I thought the final battle was so incredibly riveting. And I mean, yeah, this film was incredible. I was very much so satisfied. If this is the last Mission Impossible film we ever get, I am definitely satisfied. I thought this film was incredible. It is my second favorite film of 2025. But coming in at number 1 is The Long Walk. This would be my top 10 favorite movies of all time. I mean, this film was so incredible. I mean, I just want to say up front, Mark Hamill's performance was his best performance ever. Like, truly, his performance in this film was something else. Also, I mean, David Johnson and Cooper Hoffman, I mean, they did great. I mean, really, everyone did great. Judy Greer also did great. But yeah, this film was so incredible. It was so riveting. This is my favorite Stephen King adaptation. I just adored this film. It is definitely a really sad film. Definitely not a film I see myself rewatching constantly. However, it is such an amazing film that I still think everyone needs to see at least once in their lives. So yeah, I mean, The Long Walk was so good. I mean, just throughout the film, I felt all the intensity, I felt all the emotions, and I mean, it left off with an ending where I think people are definitely split on the ending. I personally loved the ending. So, I mean, yeah, this movie. I mean, this movie was incredible. It is one of my favorite films of all time. So yeah, The Long Walk is my favorite film of 2025. Now, thanks for watching. Feel free to share what your favorite films of 2025 are down below in the comments. And I cannot wait for 2026 movies. I'll definitely do a video tomorrow of my most anticipated movies for this year. So yeah. Now, thanks for watching, and peace out.